Good evening, everyone, and thanks everybody for coming out here. My name's Bradley Avery, and it's much brighter than during class. And I like to take risks, like being up here on stage in front of a bunch of strangers I can't see, for example. But actually, I know my limits, as you can see by the size of the venue. And with that said, my life has been a series of big bangs that have led to stepping stones, taking me to new chapters, including relationships and changing careers and moving from one country to another. And this story is about one of those bangs during the early days of my film career while living in New Zealand. I'm on a commercial shoot, and I'm at the rental car agency picking up one of the cars for production, which I'm part of the production on this shoot. And I'm signing the paperwork, and the owner of the company comes out and he says, "I know where you are filming. Do not take that brand new car to the top of Queenstown Hill." "Got it," I said, and I quickly exited the office. Now, don't let the word hill fool you. It's actually a mountain with a rugged four-wheel drive track that takes you to the top. And that's where we're filming this commercial. So off I go, and I have to pick up a few things, and one of them is film stock for the camera crew that's at the top. So eventually I arrive at base camp, which is below Queenstown Hill, and there's transport trucks going up and down. So when I get there, there's no transport truck. So I park and relax for a moment, thinking I'm going to have a few minutes of quiet, when suddenly my passenger door rips open and Rupert jumps in and shouts, "Take me to the top!" Now, Rupert is the appropriate name for this man. He's large, loud, and intimidating, and he's the executive producer on this shoot. I can't take you to the top in this car because I'm not allowed to. "What do you mean you're not allowed to?" I have strict instructions that the car cannot go to the top. "I'm paying for it. This car is four-wheel drive. It's no problem. Let's go." So what do? I've got the rental car owner in my head saying, "Don't go, don't go." And I've got Rupert outside of my head and in close proximity roaring, "Drive, let's go." And then I remember, Rupert is paying me. And with that, I push in the clutch, put it in gear, and off we go. So it's actually a pleasant trip on the way up. The twists, the turns, the scenery, and even the bumps. And along the way, Rupert and I actually get to know each other a little bit, and we realize that we connect on some music. We actually like the music group UB40. So we eventually arrive to the top, and Rupert exits the car. I go over to the camera department. And when I get there, they're busy loading the mags and getting the cameras ready for the final shots of the day. So I pull up, I've got UB40 on, and I sit there awaiting that moment that I can hand everything over. Now, if you don't know the group UB40, they have a song called "Rat in Me Kitchen." "There's a rat in me kitchen, what am I gonna do? There's a rat in me kitchen, what am I gonna do?" And as I'm sitting there, it comes on. And then suddenly, they call me over, I jump out, I grab the boxes, I walk over and I hand them to the camera crew, and I'm done. That's my job. Time to get this car back down to the bottom of the mountain. But then I look around and I'm like, oh my God, it's so beautiful here. The sun is setting over the mountains, it's quiet, or it's not quiet, it's warm, and there's something magical about this. It's the magic hour, that's what it is. And this is exactly why I got into film production in New Zealand. We get to shoot in some of the most pristine places on earth. And at that moment, everything goes still. Everything except my car. I hear someone shout, "Bradley!" I turn around, and my car is rolling slowly towards the cliff. Oh, shit! I start running. I've got this. I can make it. The door's open. I can just jump in and I can hit the brakes. I'm running. I can make it. I'm almost there. I reach out, I grab the door, and I'm about to jump in, and I hear, "Stop! Don't do it, Bradley!" Fortunately, I know my limits. I slide to a stop, but my car doesn't stop. It keeps rolling. And then I hear, "There's a rat in me kitchen." As in slow motion, the car rolls off the precipice and down the cliff, off the cliff. Bang! Rat in me kitchen. Bang! 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 What am I gonna do? I turn around, and the entire film crew are staring at me. This is it. I'm gonna lose my job. This job that I love in this place that I love. And suddenly, I hear Rupert's voice shout, "I never liked that fucking car anyway. We're losing the light. Get back to work, everyone." And with that, the crew starts to disperse, but not before somebody shouts, "Great job, Bradley." The beautiful thing about film crews, they become family during a shoot. And Peter the Grip comes over to me and he says, "Don't worry about it, Bradley. We've all made mistakes on shoot." "So you've dropped a car off a cliff, Peter?" "Well, no, but I did sleep through my alarm a couple of times." This could have been the end of my film career, but quite the contrary. The rental car company allowed me to drive their cars once more, and I even shot with Rupert again. And amazingly, for a case of beer and a bottle of whiskey, the helicopter crew from an American feature film shooting across the valley came over the next day, and they lifted the car off the side of the mountain and dropped it down in the field below, where eventually it was taken to the scrapyard. And shortly after that, I actually opened my own production company where I actually had much more empathy when people made mistakes because of this experience. And I definitely was adamant that all of the rental cars were very well insured. Bang! And for anybody that wants to see it, I have photos to prove it. Thank you very much, everybody.